Tonight, the political spotlight converges on Capitol Hill as the president prepares to deliver the 2026 State of the Union address. This isn't merely an annual tradition. It is the constitutional fulcrum upon which the nation's legislative and policy agenda for the coming year pivots. At 9 p.m. Eastern Time before a joint session of Congress, the president will articulate a vision, lay out priorities, and propose measures that will directly impact every American. The stakes are exceptionally high, particularly with looming midterm elections casting a long shadow over Washington. Every policy pronouncement, every legislative push, will be scrutinized not just for its immediate effect, but for its strategic positioning within a complex political landscape. This address serves as the president's most direct and potent opportunity to communicate with both lawmakers and the populace, setting the narrative and attempting to galvanize support for an ambitious agenda. It's a moment designed to project strength, outline progress, and confront the nation's most pressing challenges head-on. The words spoken tonight will resonate far beyond the halls of Congress, influencing public discourse, shaping international perceptions, and ultimately charting the course for the United States in a critical year. The anticipation isn't just about what will be said, but how it will be received, and what immediate legislative battles will ignite in its wake. This is the president's moment to define the State of the Union, and in doing so, attempt to define the nation's future. The address is a powerful instrument of governance, a blend of constitutional duty and political theater, designed to inform, persuade, and inspire. Its significance cannot be overstated in a year poised for intense political maneuvering and policy debates. The State of the Union Address, often abbreviated as SOTU, is rooted in Article 2, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution, which mandates the President to, from time to time, give to the Congress information of the State of the Union and recommend to their consideration such measures as he shall judge necessary and expedient. While initially delivered as written reports for over a century, President Woodrow Wilson revived the practice of an in-person address in 1913, transforming it into a direct appeal for legislative action. Today, it has evolved into a primetime televised event, reaching millions of households and serving as a direct line of communication between the executive branch and the American people. This evolution underscores its growing importance as a tool for presidential leadership and agenda setting. The 2026 address, scheduled for February 24th, arrives at a particularly charged moment. The political climate is defined by sharp partisan divides, ongoing economic uncertainties, and complex international relations. The president faces the dual challenge of celebrating achievements while acknowledging persistent problems, all while attempting to forge consensus in a deeply fractured Congress. The tension lies in balancing aspirational rhetoric with concrete policy proposals, and in convincing a skeptical public and a divided legislature that the proposed path forward is both necessary and achievable. The address is not just a report. It is a strategic maneuver, designed to frame debates, rally political allies, and potentially disarm opponents. The historical weight of the occasion, combined with the immediate political pressures, creates an atmosphere of intense scrutiny and anticipation for every word uttered from the House chamber. As the president steps to the podium tonight, key policy areas are expected to dominate the discourse, reflecting the nation's most pressing concerns. Economic stability will undoubtedly be a central theme, with discussions likely focusing on inflation, job growth, and strategies to bolster American competitiveness. Given recent Supreme Court rulings impacting global tariffs, the president may outline new approaches to trade policy, potentially advocating for revised tariff structures or international trade agreements. Immigration will also feature prominently, especially in the context of border security and proposed reforms to the immigration system. Reports suggest a focus on recent changes in migrant encounters and the administration's stance on asylum policies. Beyond these, expect significant attention to national security, with the president addressing ongoing global conflicts and the nation's role on the international stage. Foreign policy initiatives, particularly those aimed at projecting American influence and addressing geopolitical challenges, will be a critical component. Domestically, healthcare reform, infrastructure investment, and climate change initiatives are perennial topics that could see renewed emphasis. The president's address will serve as a blueprint for legislative action, signaling which issues will be prioritized and where the administration intends to expend its political capital. Each policy point will be carefully calibrated to appeal to specific constituencies while attempting to articulate a cohesive national strategy. The challenge lies in presenting these complex issues in a way that is both informative and inspiring, capable of uniting diverse interests behind a common purpose. The specific details of these proposals will be closely watched by lawmakers, economists, and citizens alike, as they will dictate the legislative battles and public debates of the coming months. The strategic implications of the State of the Union address extend far beyond the immediate policy proposals. This speech is a powerful instrument for shaping public opinion, rallying the president's base, and attempting to sway undecided voters, particularly with midterm elections on the horizon. The president's rhetoric will be carefully crafted to highlight perceived successes and frame ongoing challenges in a favorable light, aiming to build momentum for the administration's agenda. It's an opportunity to define the national conversation, shifting focus to areas where the administration feels strongest and setting the terms of debate for the opposition. The address also serves as a critical moment for interbranch relations. The president directly addresses Congress, seeking their cooperation on legislative initiatives. The reactions from the assembled lawmakers, the standing ovations, the polite applause, the visible dissent, are themselves part of the political theater, offering immediate insights into the legislative battles ahead. Following the president's address, a member of the opposition party will deliver a rebuttal, offering an alternative vision and critiquing the administration's performance. This counter-narrative is an integral part of the SOTU tradition, ensuring a robust public debate. The entire event is a carefully choreographed display of American democracy in action, where policy, politics, and public perception intertwine. The strategic objective is not just to inform, but to persuade, to mobilize, and to consolidate power. The success of the address will be measured not only by its immediate reception, but by its long-term impact on legislative outcomes and the president's political standing. The road closures around the Capitol, a standard security measure for the event, underscore the gravity and national importance of this annual address. As the final words of the 2026 State of the Union address echo through the House chamber, the immediate analysis will center on several key takeaways. The clarity of the president's vision, the feasibility of the proposed legislative agenda, and the tone set for the coming year will be paramount. Observers will dissect the specific policy initiatives, assessing their potential impact on the economy, national security, and social welfare. The address serves as a critical benchmark, offering a comprehensive overview of the administration's priorities and its strategy for navigating a complex domestic and international landscape. The long-term implications of this speech are profound. It will undoubtedly ignite fresh debates in Congress, influencing the legislative calendar and shaping the focus of committees. For the American public, it provides a direct insight into the challenges and opportunities facing the nation, offering a framework for understanding the political discourse that will unfold. The president's ability to inspire confidence and articulate a compelling path forward will be crucial in garnering public support and building political capital. As the nation processes the address, the focus will shift to implementation. How will these proposals translate into concrete action? What compromises will be necessary? And how will the opposition respond in the weeks and months to come? Staying informed beyond the headlines is essential to understanding the intricate dance of policy and politics that defines American governance. The State of the Union is more than just a speech. It is a catalyst for action, a declaration of intent, and a vital moment for democratic engagement. Continue to follow the analysis and discussions that emerge from this pivotal address to grasp its full significance.